Hey guys, what's up? Today I want to do the How I Read tag, and I wasn't tagged by anybody, but I thought it looked like a lot of fun, and so I really want to do it, and so now I'm gonna do it. If you haven't guessed already, I'm gonna do it. The first question is, how do you find out about new books? I usually find out about new books by either going on Amazon and seeing a book that I really like. Say I click on Throne of Glass. I'll scroll down to where it says customers who like this also bought, and I'll have a list and I'll scroll through that. But mainly I find out about new books through booktube and booktubers that I really trust. Like if I've read a book that they've read and they said they liked it and I liked it, then I'll normally take their recommendations and I will read those books and I'll buy those books because usually they're good if we have the same opinion on books. Question 2 is, how did you get into reading? I got into reading when I was about 9. It was when the Percy Jackson Lightning Thief movie came out in 2010. I got it on Netflix and it came into my house and I loved it so much. I loved that movie. If you've seen that movie, I actually loved it. I don't know, I can't explain that to you, but I loved it. Anyway, I ended up watching it like a couple days in a row. One day I even watched it twice in one day, and my neighbor had read the books and he said the books was so much better. So I was like, you know what? I kind of want to read those books. And so I ordered the box set with all the money that I had, and it came in, and I read it, and I loved it. And so that's really how I got into reading, is with the Percy Jackson series. I love it so much. Question 3 is, how has your taste in books changed as you've gotten older? I'm kind of a new reader, so this is kind of a hard question for me to answer because I really got into reading around last year, mid last year, and so I don't think it's really changed that much. So yeah, I don't really have an answer for that because I haven't been a reader for that long, so it hasn't really changed that much. Question 4 is, how often do you buy books? I don't really buy books that often because I don't really have that much money because I'm 13 and I don't really get that much money unless it's from birthday or Christmas. Recently I've been a little bit lucky because a friend of my family has been wanting me to go work for him and manual labor and stuff like that, and I'll get paid for that, or I'll get paid for cutting yards around my neighborhood, and so I don't really buy books that often. I'd say once every 2 months I'll buy books, and that's normally not one book. I'll go out and buy 6 or 7 books. So yeah, not that often, but not to a point where I barely get any books. Question 5 is, how did you get into booktube? I think the first booktube video I saw was the booktuber Tiernan's video on how to read a Rick Riordan book. I think that was my first one. If not, then it was Paul and Banana's book's review of Mockingjay, which came out in 2010. I didn't watch it when it came out. I mean, I was reading Mockingjay and I was like, hey, I want to see a review of Mockingjay. So I looked it up on YouTube and hers was the first one to come up. And so one of those two was the first booktube video that I saw. And then I just saw a bunch of people that had fun reading books. And so then I wanted to as well. And so then 2 months ago, I started this channel. Yeah! Question number 6 is, how do you react when you don't like the end of a book? I don't really do anything. I just kind of accept it. I'm a little disappointed, but I don't really get frustrated about it. I don't know. I don't really react that much. I'll just be like, oh man, that stinks. On to the next book. Question number 7. How often do you read the last page of a book before finishing it? The only time I've ever done that is with the Percy Jackson series. And I obviously didn't really care much because I didn't think much about it. I wasn't like, oh, I shouldn't be doing this. And then I looked at it because I read the last page of The Last Olympian, which is the 5th book and the last book. And I wasn't even done with the series or even close to being done with the series. and I just read it, and so by that time I kind of knew at least 3 characters who survived, and so whenever that character would be in danger or would be about to die in the last book with a big battle and everything, I wouldn't really get too worried because I knew they survived. But other than that, never. Question number 8. How many people are you going to tag? I'm going to tag everybody in the universe. Yes, you heard me right. If you want to do this tag, you have been tagged. Abracazam. You've been tagged. Go do it. I don't even know what's happening to me right now. I just need to chill out. It's a little too late for me to be doing videos. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you did in the comments below, and I will see you guys the next time that I see you. Go, go!